I want to welcome everybody to our Unamuno moment number 25. I have the delightful Peg Boyers here, a very old colleague and friend. We read together at the Library of Congress 15 years ago, and her delightful and wonderful husband, Robert Boyers, and they're both here. They've been here in Madrid, and we've met many wonderful high school students, which has been extremely moving for me to watch as the youth of Madrid interacts with these very well-known poets and asks questions and gets involved. It's one of the more beautiful aspects that we've added to the series. So what did you think of visiting with those students today, Peg?
Oh, I just loved it. They were so smart and just very curious about everything, and they were able to formulate quite complex thoughts in English. And these were kids in the public school that were coming to a special program at the International Institute, I believe it's called, an American Institute. And it's all free for them. And these classes came, and they had read some of my poems, and I read to them, and we had a wonderful conversation. It was very moving, actually, very moving, to see young people so interested, not only in poetry, but in a poetry of another language. And they were exerting themselves and enjoying it, which was very wonderful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I loved it. And yesterday also we had an experience outside of Madrid at King's College, and that was also very moving and very interesting and fun. So yeah, a lot of people are paying attention to poetry in English at this moment. It seems like a miracle to me, since in the States there aren't that many people listening and paying attention, I think. So.
And they really loved your poems. They really responded to them.
Well,
yeah,
they were very nice to me, let's tell you that.
Yeah. One of your poems had you the speaker of the poem was age 16 in a bikini on a rooftop, and I think that really got their attention.
They all wanted to know all about the rooftop and the bikini. Yes, they did. Yes, well, some of my poems have something to do with the erotic life of an adolescent.
Yeah.
So they were very tuned in. Yes.
Great. Robert, it's been wonderful to get to know you a little bit more on this trip too.
Thank you.
What do you think? You founded SALMAGUNDI magazine, which is a internationally known literary journal, and you see me behind the scenes in all kinds of moods and moments as we're creating this series. And as I have said many times, it's come about completely accidentally. It wasn't ever my really intention to do any of this. What do you think of it? But what I'm finding is so much joy, and bringing Peg back after we read at the Library of Congress. I never would have imagined we'd be here 15 years later and in Madrid, but to celebrate you is it's just pure joy. So, but what do you think of all of it? What do you think of me? What do you think of Ivan?
Well, I can't tell the world what I think of Spencer. Okay. I can't do that.
All right, there'll be another video.
No, but I will certainly say that I was astonished at the degree of excitement and enthusiasm among particularly a wide group of younger people who met last night to plan a literary festival more than a year in the future, and the excitement and the willingness among all of these people to commit to a wide range of labors that will have to be undertaken to make this happen. That was extraordinarily impressive and interesting to me.
No, it was moving, wasn't it? And we had Laura Garcia Lorca there, who's the niece of Federico Garcia Lorca, and it just felt like the spirit of Spain and in that really old cathedral office was just moving through the meeting. That's what I felt.
Yeah, well, I love to think about the festival as a sort of a mingling different cultures, different histories, with some of it having to do with the Spanish Civil War and Spanish history, some of it having to do with the various forms of spirituality focused on the church, and some of it having to do with the works of contemporary poets of all different ages. And I think it's going to be a wonderful sort of miscellany of events that you're putting together.
A Salmagundi, if
A
you will.
veritable Salmagundi of events, and that's worked.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you both so much for coming to Madrid, and we're about to have our reading, and those are always joyful moments. So thank you all so much for supporting us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.